the NFL. And we'll be watching Edgerrin Cooper. He's a nightmare to deal with in the front seven. It's the Packers and the Cardinals. Next on Madden NFL 25.
Now from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome to the booth, everyone. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, all set for a good one here. Greg, this is one of those interesting things because you talk to both coaches. They've schemed, plotted all week, and the question becomes, who's got the plan that's going to fit against this other team?
Well, that's always the question, and I think if we really got honest responses from some of these play callers in pregame, I think they're not even quite sure. Everyone goes in feeling really good about the week work. They feel really good about where they are from a game plan.
We go from Glendale. To return is Greg Dortch. And it'll be brought down past. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Second down and 3. Working out of the gun, Murray. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Throwing again is Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. Second and 11. Here's the first carry for the Pitt product, James Conner. And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Murray. That is caught, finding Higgins. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's to the right side, caught by McBride. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. 3rd and goal. Murray taking off. He'll try to, and he's in. Kyler Murray, touchdown Cardinals. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Ryland's kick here is good. And the Cardinals will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
There wasn't really anything fancy about the performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, I thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. If he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. He's going to uncork one, looking for Wicks. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
First and 10 now from the 36. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Josh Sweat there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he will have a Packers first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down, Packers.
On the ground, here's the first carry for Marshawn Lloyd. Not much to work with there. He'll get down to about the 22. 2nd down and 8. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get this close to a first down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the first down. Here's 3rd and 2. Try to run it with Lloyd. He's going to have it at the 12-yard line. Enough to get the first down and keep it going.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was
powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Green Bay. That his first touchdown this year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Carter on the return. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. He took it in himself for a touchdown on the opening drive, as that leads us to take a look at the NFL leaders in quarterback rushing touchdowns. On first down, the drive begins with Connor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll go again here to Connor. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Out of the gun. It's under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And will mark him down up beyond the 30. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Now Jacobs. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. Second down throw for Love. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. Now a 3rd and 2. In motion, Reed. On 3rd down, they go with Jacobs. And he's got it. That'll move the chains. First down at the 47.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Love gonna give it to Lloyd. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. 2nd and a yard. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Automatic first down.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On first down, it's Love. This is taken in by Dobbs. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Dobbs headed in motion. They'll run the draw with Jacobs. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Love. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. They'll try to run this one in. And he will dive into the end zone. Marshawn Lloyd. Touchdown, Packers. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Dortch now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. Murray looking to throw. They'll try to work the screen with Connor. Looking for room out on the edge. You're not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
To return, it's Nixon. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Packers offense and running back Marshawn Lloyd set to take over. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. This one up top for Dobbs. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Love. Quickly to the outside and complete.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And that'll move the sticks. 1st down, up to the 40.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
The open man is Reed. He's got it. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll put a receiver in motion right. From the gun, here comes Jacobs. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
Over the course of my career early on, there was a handful of guys that were downfield threats in the passing game, but they did a lot of stuff in the run game. They were really good extra pass protectors, and if you threw them the ball, they had very sure hands. But what we're seeing now is the ability to get deep and add layers into the secondary as a pass receiving threat, and not only do damage before they catch the ball, but so many of these guys have tremendous ability after the catch.
Now it is 1st and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. Here's Love. Oh, yeah. And he'll take it on in. Marshawn Lloyd. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to get back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Now he takes off. To throw is Murray. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now Murray on 1st down. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Again, it's Murray. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. And that one doinks off the upright and in. Fortunate break, but the kick is good. And the Cardinals cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10. Here's Williams on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Back to throw is Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Packers going to use their final timeout now, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. On 2nd down, Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll work his way forward to about the 30-yard line. Cards going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. On the return, it's Dortch. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we have reached halftime here, and the visitors from Green Bay out on top as we send you to Orlando to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jalen Hurts, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the dog pound. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Kenny Pickett, a very good performance as his guys run the record now to 5-2. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Drake May, a touchdown pass in the victory. These 2 teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Williams. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Packers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. 17 yards on that connection. 1st down, Packers.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
This one is caught by Reed, and they'll take this down inside the 35.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and long. To throw is Love. Open man, left side, he's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run over his center, and it's Lloyd. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Trying to keep the drive alive. Going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Love. He pulls it in around the 5. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a first down as they're able to get the conversion and set up 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Lloyd. And he will score again. Marshawn Lloyd. Touchdown, Packers. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Dortch now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cards offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
Again, it's Benson. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Now a 2nd down throw from Murray. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He'll air one out for Higgins. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Cardinals line up for a punt as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. A run up the middle with Jacobs. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. It is 3rd and 10. Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This one complete right side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Running is Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Cardinals 45-yard line.
On the give, it's Lloyd. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. To throw is Love. That's caught. It's Marshawn Lloyd. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Packers set to kick this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
At the 25-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Murray. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
I think they saw something earlier in the game that showed some vulnerabilities in the deep defensive coverage. Then the execution, not only for the route runners to be in the right spot, but then for the quarterback to find his matchup, find the space in the breakdown of the coverage, and put that ball on target and lead to the big game.
Murray gonna hand this to Benson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 37.
On 2nd down, Murray. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now it's Murray. Taking off, he'll try to get there. How about that play off the call sheet to convert 3rd and 18 for a 1st down?
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
2nd down and 8.
At the Packers 22-yard line.
A run out of the gun with Benson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still 3rd down.
So now, following the penalty, they're only going to need a yard. It is 3rd and 1. Power run inside. Here's Connor. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This from 34 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cardinals are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Now Love. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Love gonna give it to Lloyd. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Packers.
Love to throw. A throw on the move is caught. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 1st down awaits at the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. Throwing is Love. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
This is the point in the game, Mike. We're on 3rd down. You have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the 1st down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll get it down to the 12. And that'll give him a new set of downs from in close.
It's a gain of 6.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll go here with Lloyd. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Off he goes. And he's gonna slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the 1st down. From the gun on third down. It's low. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
2nd and 10.
Murray from his own end zone. That thrown short, caught by Ryman. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Here's Murray. High throw, but it's reeled in. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll give himself up after picking up the first down. Running here is Connor. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. Toss play. It's Connor. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. Murray on 3rd down. He's got his tight end. That's Ryman. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Murray with a give to Connor. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He's got his tight end, that's McBride. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. They'll drop to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10. Murray will throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day,
nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long. They'll try and throw for it with Murray. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. No easy completions. And this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. We'll talk things over before third down. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. Card's going to signal for their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.